Hi there. I'm Vita King Blanchard from Rooted Arts. Thank you for joining me for this second in the series of self-massage. And today I'm talking about easing neck tension. In the first video, I did head massage for, relieving our headaches or aches and pains. I have my hair just up to be out of the way for my neck, but it's nice and loose. And in the head massage video, I talked about the fascia in the head, which is that 3D connective tissue that covers everything in our bodies, every muscle, every organ. And we want to be conscious of not keeping our hair too tight if we're doing anything really, but especially in the circumstance of self-massage for the neck, because our neck muscles will attach above and below. So go ahead and get comfortable and find that position that works for you right now. Seated, you can be laying down. Probably seated is best because you do want to be able to see me for this probably. And if you want oils for your skin, I would recommend something like coconut oil or olive oil that you might have on hand anyway, or massage oil if you have that. I love having water nearby so that I can sip it, because we are, with massage, increasing our circulation, and that's just going to make us thirsty. So one of the things that is really beautiful to give ourselves to just start is to intention. Then we are going to relieve. Just go ahead and take a deep breath. And imagine just the tension fading and releasing. And know that we're going to support our bodies in doing more of that. Awesome. So I like to start at the attachment sites because that helps the belly or middle of the muscles to release on its own. So behind our ear is our mastoid process, which is just like a bump that sticks out. It's a bony protrusion. I'm going to go ahead and do some gentle cross fiber on it, which is just an up and down motion with 2 fingers. You can do it on both. And just gently go up and maybe hold it for a few seconds. And then go back down and hold it for a few seconds. Just creating a gentle cross fiber, nice slow movement. And like I've talked about in my other videos, you want to make sure to stay in a gentle range of comfort. So on a 0 to 10 scale of intensity, I'm going to stay in like a 2 to 4 range, because we're just not going to hurt ourselves in that range, right? And we really want to support ourselves in relaxing. So one of the muscles that attaches up here is our sternocleidomastoid, which attaches on our mastoid and on our sternum and our clavicle. It's this big muscle that you can see. It kind of goes down here, and it's a big muscle, big enough to grab onto. So we're going to trace that muscle down, just gently down to our clavicle, the bone at the top of our chest here, at the top of our rib cage. And just begin to trace the clavicle. And this is where a lot of our anterior neck muscles attach. And so I'm going underneath the clavicle with those same 2 fingers. And I'm not holding my hands tightly, right? We want to make sure to not add tension into the body, to just give our bodies the opportunity to release it. I'm just tracing underneath, and you can see that my skin is getting red, which is a great sign, because it shows that I'm offering my body the opportunity to increase blood flow. And I'm just using a pressure that feels like a 2. It's nice and slow. I can feel a gentle releasing and stretching. You can actually hear it in my voice a little bit, right? Nice feeling of sedation or relaxation. Slowly going back and forth. So now we're going to tap right at this place where our clavicle meets our sternum, which is the breastbone. I'm just going to gently tap here. And this just offers the body the opportunity to bring our attention to this area to, again, support that increase of blood flow. It's going to help our muscles loosen up, help everything be a little more comfortable. And if you feel something like a suggestion from your body to do something to support you in being more comfortable, just go ahead and honor that and listen to it. My body is reminding me to sit up a little straighter. It just helps everything relax. Part of working on ourselves in this way is rebuilding that mind-body bridge so we can really have that connection, so that we can have insight from our inner wisdom into what will help us relax and feel more comfortable. So now we're going to go back up because we've given some attention to the bottom and the top of our sternocleidomastoid, which is a surface muscle. So not only does it have its own tension, but it covers other muscles. You can go ahead and just grab it and just find a place where it's comfortable for you to grab. For me, it feels most comfortable in the center of it right now. But for you, it might be a little higher, closer to your mastoid, or a little lower. And again, you want to just stay nice and gentle. There's a lot of musculature, soft tissue, and even veins in that area. And so we want to make sure to keep it gentle so we're not negatively impacting anything. And as I grab, the muscle is releasing. You can simply grab and hold, or you can do a little bit of that cross fibering that we did on our mastoid, kind of like making a money sign with your thumb and your pointer finger. And again, you can see that there's some redness coming on for me, and that just means I'm increasing the circulation and the lubrication around those muscles. And I just switched my hand position because that's a little bit easier for me to grab up top here where my neck is a little bit tighter. Now I'm going to switch to the other side. And you can spend as much time or as little as you like in each of these, right? For the purpose of demonstration, I'm moving on a little quicker, but you can go ahead and pause and then continue when you're ready. So I'm just making that money sign on my sternocleidomastoid on the other side and helping it release. I've got it a little bit closer to my head on this side, some tension, which kind of feels like a thickness in the muscle. And that indicates that my jaw is a little tight, which is normal for me when I have tightness. Right? We all hold our tension in different places. And our bodies are amazing in supporting us in healing. Great, you're doing great. So now to support our neck muscles, we're gonna do a little bit of movement in our shoulders. I'm gonna start by just rolling them back, nice and slow and gentle, staying in that range that's comfortable for you. It's as important when we're stretching as when we're doing direct manipulation. Because if we make ourselves uncomfortable, then we're just adding tension, right? Nice and slow. Now just lift your arms up as high as is comfortable for you. Then back down. We're going to repeat that 2 more times. Up and back down. And you feel like your shoulder blades moving. And if you notice more tension, simply notice it. You don't have to judge. It's just great to honor by noticing and allowing. And noticing gives our bodies the opportunity to release it on its own. Now we're going to move our heads to the left and then to the right, and we're going to stop at center in between. And nice and gentle, you want to go to the edge of what feels comfortable for you. So right here is about a 3 for me. Still nice and gentle. Just stop to where it felt like stopping. And pause. Take a deep breath. And then slowly and gently return to center. And then to the other side. Just find where that nice place of just slight resistance is. And simply go there. Take a deep breath. And then slowly and gently return to center. Great. So now I'm going to take my thumbs and I'm going to put them just at the base of where my traps, these big muscles in the back, our trapezius muscles, they also cover a lot of underlying tissue. So I'm just kind of pushing them behind me and slightly down towards the floor. And again, in that nice, gentle range of comfort. Because there's just a lot of structure up here, a lot of innervation, and so we want to stay comfortable. And as I do that, I'm dragging my fingers. I'm holding with my thumbs steady, and then dragging my fingers gently up my cervical spine, my neck spine, and toward my head, and then expanding. So I will turn around so you can see a little better. And just releasing and then lifting up. And you can repeat that a few times. And you don't want to be on any of the bones that you feel on the surface, right? Because we don't want to move. We don't want to force our cervical spine or any of our spine to move. We just want to allow it to move. And that's what's so great about staying in this gentle range of comfort. Simply lifting up and releasing. My body is burping a little bit, which is a sign of release. Sometimes you can like I'm a little slower, my brain, or that's a sign of sedation and relaxation. Our eyes fluttering, needing to swallow, burping, all of those are signs of release of different parts of the body, just starting to tune in and pay attention. Now I'm going to go back down to the clavicle, and again, just this time I'm going to use all of my fingers and put it on the underneath the clavicle, right against it, and above that rib that's right below it, and just kind of hook in close to my sternum here and push up towards my head. And I'm going to move out along the clavicle, gently pushing up toward my hot head and releasing. Gentle and slow. And I can feel my shoulder blades kind of coming to attention and releasing as I do this. And this allows us to kind of encourage our scalenes, which are a little bit deeper muscles, to release because they attach around our first and second ribs. And so this is a good way to release that fascia that covers them, give them the opportunity to have more blood flow. And then that's it. And go ahead and give yourself a hug because you did such a good job. And take a drink of water if you have some right there. Or go and get some if you don't. Thanks so much for joining me in this second self-massage series. Please check out my other videos, like and subscribe. And join me next week at 12:30. I love you. I love me. I love us. I'll see you soon.